The morning watchman had the basic husbandry to do. The tower might be done down on one morning, the engine room cleared out another morning, the lantern room done another one, and the kitchen was done every day anyway as part of the duty, just hoover around and whatnot. And then other lighthouse keeping duties then, apart from the husbandry, involved keeping your eye on the weather for the visibility, and the exhibiting and extinguishing of the light, the main light itself, at sundown or half an hour before sundown and sunrise. And usually the hardest part was the fog signal, because these were quite crude systems run on compressed air, which involved starting up a separate diesel engine to the ones that were providing the power, electric charge and that. And these just drove a compressor, and then that, when it pumped up a receiving tank to a certain pressure, had to be opened up to allow the air to go into what was called sounding tanks, which were the operating system for the fog signal itself. And when they got up to a certain pressure, you would press a button and the fog signal would hopefully start, and it would work on from there. And then of course you had to keep an eye on everything, make sure that it was all running all right. And then there were radio checks that were frequently carried out with the local group that you were in, and they were done in the morning and I think in the afternoon. There might have been a midday one, but certainly there was one in the morning. I can't remember what time, about 7 o'clock say, and there was certainly one done in the evening, a group check amongst all your others. And I think there was also then communication regularly with the Coast Guard, and to let them know that everything was okay. Weather, you used to keep a journal, and that had in it the log, regular 4-hourly weather reports of what the conditions were, again coded and put in, and any other events that had happened.
Some stations were heavier than others, though.
Oh, aye.
Skerryvore, you would think it would be a heavy station. But it wasn't that, because everything was contained inside. So there was very little paint to be done each year.
So it could be quite boring out in that.
Well, I never found it boring, but a lot of the time you would have breakfast at 9:30 in the morning, and then like Sarah and Jimmy Burns, maybe if I wasn't cooking, we'd go down to the front door. It was a wild day and just stand and watch the sea past. Jimmy would be sitting there puffing away, and we'll go way up for our coffee at 11 o'clock. Sit out there for 3/4 of an hour, and then go back to the door again. Because you would change the engine oil on a Monday, but in the fog test on a Monday morning, 10 o'clock.
Yes, if you hadn't been blowing through the week.
But then the rest of the week, very little. Well, if it was a good day, you would pump water for the wee toilet, go to the sea, because it was worked with salt water.
Aye.
Like a place like Planner, there was a lot more to do, because in the summertime you had grass to cut every morning. Which is
like Copenhagen and
the grounds to maintain.
Grounds to maintain.
You just more or less like a shore station. You had grass to cut.
Same. Well, you and me were based at Duncan's Bay. A lot of grass to cut there. In the summertime.
Yes.
In the winter time at Duncan's Bay, you'd hardly get out for the strength of the wind.
The wind, you had a job opening the doors. They opened outwards. I see me struggling to open it. The strength of the wind. Try and get out.
But a lot of the old timers, the principals, even the man that came off watch at 6 in the morning had to turn out for work at 9, and you go into the workshop, you stand and blather for half an hour, and then say, right guys, there's nothing to do today, away and do your own thing.
Yes, I could be quite annoying.
Very annoying. When I went to the Mull of Gallery, Ken Clark was the principal.
He was a nice
and
guy.
He used to leave a rota in the Met room, what was to be done. So when you were on watch at night, you did these jobs, and you ticked them off. So if there was nothing left to do, you didn't bother turning out in the morning. You did the day to yourself. It's a far, far better system.